Hello, ladies. So far, it's just us three. Hi, hi. No need to come off camera or mute if you're just kind of hanging around. Hi, Joe. Look at your face. Look at you.
Hello.
Look at your face.
I'm excited to be here because I got some stuff. Let me type it in and see if I can might be picked today.
Yeah, right now you're on a 50-50 chance.
Woo!
That's so funny. I
Let me
know.
see if I can
I
find it here. Okay.
Can I
I
just
think
tell
I've
you
lost.
while I'm on, uh, just
Yes.
think because I'm driving, I can stop driving, but I can't type it in at the moment. But I
Uh-huh.
got triggered really badly last night. My partner bought me something for my birthday, which is in 2 weeks, and then I said, "Oh, are you taking it home?" And he said, "Well, I'll see whether you deserve it, whether you've been good." And I went, "Don't you ever say that to me?" And he went, "Oh, why?" And I went, well, it's happened to me before. And it's something I didn't even remember until he said it. Oh my God.
Hmm.
So, of course, he was upset and he didn't want to be upset. And I'm like, well, that's not fair. I'm upset.
All right.
But anyway,
Okay.
also
Your
happy if someone else
submission
goes.
your submission is
I'll go
in.
off mute again.
All right. So, welcome those of you who just popped on. We weren't sure. I was thinking I lost most of our People to the Business Accelerator call happening. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you would like to be coached today, you can go ahead, type into the chat anything you'd like to be coached around. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do Tina. Tina, that's interesting. I think that would be helpful for everybody. I think
Oh,
that
I
will be
love that. And I see I didn't go off mute, so this is perfect.
All right. So, as I let a couple more people in. All
I'm gonna
right.
go in the other room and yes.
So, what is the most important thing for us to talk about today?
Well, I continue to notice that I am like ignoring things that need to be done here at home. I am just flat out thinking, oh, yeah, that still needs to be done. But yet I will go over to the farm and work on some things, maybe almost the same thing that I need to be doing for myself here at my house, but I'll do it someplace else because it's more fun. And I'm finding that I'm continuing to do that. And I'd like to kind of figure out why am I continuing to do that?
Mhm. Okay.
That makes sense.
So, what would you like to have at the end of this call today?
Maybe simply what is the reason behind my denying or not doing things for myself, yet I will do about the same thing for somebody else.
Okay, so when you have that understanding of why, what will you have?
Um, the idea of what I might want to work on with my Genius Unlock skills, meaning maybe I need to do a pip around something. Maybe I need to have a rapid release with something. Um, it would really just be that knowledge of exactly what it could be something very simple. And if I'm putting all of it in the same category as denying, avoiding, um, well, I'm not seeing it because I'm denying it and avoiding it. So it kind of makes sense. Uh, And at the same or along with this, it's easy for this to continue on for me because there's no one else here.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm talking about doing something for myself, doing something in my home, in my environment, there's no one else that knows whether I do it or don't do it. And if no one asks, nobody knows. I mean, part of makes sense in general.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, so one being not none at all, and 10 being like there's so much, where would you say your confidence is at? Just in general, not anything specific, just where's your confidence at?
5. That's a good question. Wow.
So confidence coming from us keeping our promises to ourselves, right? Building that self-trust. So the more and more and more we trust ourselves, right? The more and more we keep our promises to ourselves, which means the more confident we are in our ability to do something. So I'm actually, that's surprising that's that high, which means there are things that you are like honoring, right? You have some level of self-trust in here, but not as much as you want.
Oh, definitely not as much as I want. That's a very good question. Yes. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what do you gain when you get to do something for somebody else?
Oh, the warm, fuzzy feeling, um, the love, the enjoyment. Um, yeah, that I really just the enjoyment, the excitement, uh, joy, uh, and I mean, a simple example. I've even said, gosh, it's even more fun to clean somebody else's house than my own. So I'm really talking about doing something, not necessarily being asked. And right now this is interesting. I don't have to do something for anybody else either. I don't feel, whereas to be honest, I probably never had to, but it is a fact that I was, keeping someone alive. So I felt that without a, without any challenge or qualms or anything. And there's something in there though, that little something in there. I still have that want and that need to do something for somebody else. And quite truthfully, it's like whether they even know it or not. I mean, for instance, somebody might not even be over at the farm and I'm doing something exactly the same thing that I ought to be doing here, cleaning the floor, doing something in the yard, um, putting away the dishes. So it's much, much deeper than that, but it's also that simple because those are exact examples of what I've just done in the last 24 hours.
So, Tina, how many decades did you spend taking care of your husband, your son, when they were needing to be helped, kept alive?
30 years.
And in those 30 years, did you ever did you ever put things for yourself first?
Nope. I would do things as together. And that's what I would love that. Buy a new automobile.
Mm-hmm.
The automobile was mine, but it was a handicap accessible minivan that we traveled across the country in. It was mine. So that was what I took pride
Yeah. So you're you're still, do you see how you're still doing that?
in. Yes, and that's what I'm trying to, because now I'm finally seeing maybe just this calendar year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finally seeing that it's a problem for me because now I'm like, well, shit, who's going to mow my yard? Who's going to wash off my deck?
Hmm.
Who's going to do that? Nobody.
So in those 30 years, did you have anybody who helped you?
Oh, yes, my husband, before that last year, before he was ill. Oh
Mhm.
yeah, we did at that time he did almost more of the cooking than I did, and I did things with the kids. We absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, and then once he was gone or unable
I'm
to?
I'm sorry, my dog was just barking and I didn't hear what you just said
Oh, I
last.
said, and once he was gone and not able to, then
That
who
time I
helped you?
was fully involved for the next almost 4 years, keeping Cole alive before he passed.
Mhm.
So I had people coming in for Cole, and um, that would allow me to take some time and go do something that I wanted to do. So I absolutely did, do some things like that. Um, so I at no time thought that I was stuck at home or anything because I had caregivers that even stayed overnight and I was able to go overnight someplace.
Mhm.
As far as just doing something for me, though, like somebody, I guess, buys me something or takes me somewhere or says, "Hey, this is just for you. I want to do something for you." No,
All right. So what's your definition of a caregiver?
someone that provides, protects, um, uh, it cares for the needs of someone. Um, Again, doesn't allow harm to come to them in whatever they need. A caregiver is maybe the advocate also, or not maybe, definitely the advocate for someone because they should know them the best. So they will speak up for them. Um, and I know I'm not a good caregiver to myself. So that's
What are
what I'm
the
trying to figure out.
qualities and characteristics of a caregiver?
Qualities and characteristics of a caregiver. Someone who is caring, loving, also someone that will, well, I'm saying it stand up for you, someone that will, I'm not coming up with another word for that, but, um, make sure things are done right. Again, that'd be like the advocate. Um, they are a partner or maybe more than a partner, but they are, if you can't give like your 100%, they will give, they'll make up the difference. That person will give your 100% and theirs. That, um,
Okay, so what are the negative qualities and characteristics of a caregiver, if any?
First thing that popped in my head was some of the people that I had hired, and sometimes they were late. Sometimes they didn't pay attention. They were, um, so when you don't pay attention within certain times, someone can die literally in that case. We're talking about medication times and things like that, but it still got down to like paying attention and documenting what you were doing. So those would be negative things that they're not done. Ooh, interesting. When I'm hearing myself say that.
All right. So can I state an observation?
Yes.
So you did really good at your caregiver identity for decades. In fact, even once you didn't need to be the caregiver, you still are. That
Hmm.
has been your identity for most of your life.
Hmm.
But there's nobody else to caregive for.
Hmm.
So the part of you that wants to hang on to this caregiving part doesn't want to let go yet. But the part of you that this year is like, oh, this is a problem because I'm not
Hmm.
doing things for me. That's and I can like feel the pull when you talk about like what you did for your son and your husband and then like
Hmm.
what you're doing for all these other people now. You you're paying attention because you're noticing the things aren't getting you notice things that aren't getting done for other people.
Hmm.
So you're those negative qualities and characteristics, albeit there's not many, you're never going to show up late for anybody. You're always going to be expect like you're always going to be there. And you're going to be there early because you're paying attention and you're just doing the things. Because you're like, God damn it, I'm not going to be a bad caregiver.
Hmm.
And you advocate for others, you protect others, you care for others' needs because you haven't you haven't stopped being a caregiver.
Right.
But Tina needs to be caregived for.
Hmm.
But that's not how it works in your brain. Caregiving is an external thing for you. It's for somebody else. You don't know how to it doesn't compute the same internally.
I agree. And that's really starting to hit. And that's what I'm seeing. I
Mhm.
mean, the way that I feel, the way that I look. So
Mhm.
I guess you'd call that health in general.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm,
So what you're experiencing is the beginning stages of shedding an identity,
mm, hmm.
which isn't always fun, right? Like our identities are how we know who we are. They determine our behaviors, they determine all of our things. So when you start to realize that an identity you've had upwards of 30 plus years is no longer
Yeah,
serving you, you're outgrowing it. You're like, I don't know what to do.
that's correct.
So when you can realize that this identity is no longer serving you, what comes up for you?
It has been, or it's like it's a almost a internal fight, which sounds ridiculous unless I have parts, which I probably still do somewhere. Um, because it's like,
Well, because part of you wants to be a caregiver and part of you doesn't.
oh, there's the parts. Okay, let's throw them out there. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. No, not
You're like,
yes. And
there's
that's
just this
why
conflict. I don't know.
that is this head scratching moment right there. Okay. So that is, yeah, it really is. And I say this sometimes, that it really is almost like, boy, I'd just love somebody to tell me what to do. And at the same flipping time, I'll be damned if somebody tells me what to do, they better get the hell out of my way. That's it. But so that's the two.
That's right.
Um, I used to have, as you might be able to imagine, the short of it, 24 hours a day, turning door people coming in my home for a minimum of a 6 month period of time. Really, it was almost a 2 year period of time that there was someone, a nurse, a caregiver, another caregiver. So I had the time to, some time to sleep, even though I was still here. Because with that intense care, it's, he was either going to be in a special ICU facility, or I was able to have him at home. So that doesn't, so that's what I was there. So then when people would come in the house, it's just like the house is clean, you know. Of course, somebody might see it. They weren't here for me. They would go to the door and then they're going down to the other end of the house where they have their own bathroom and their own everything. It still made me, it was like that accountability though. And it was the excitement that, oh, someone's coming. I may not even talk to them.
So I'm going to kind of take us totally different direction.
Okay.
Before you started caregiving for your son,
Mhm.
who else did you caregive for? Who else were you the caregiver for? Maybe not in like the literal sense, but who did you feel that sense of responsibility towards growing up?
Oh, the other, my baby brother's 10 years younger than me. Then my husband, when I got married in the beginning, um, I, and of course, some of that, well, um, some of my history there, it possibly goes all the way back to my father not being there. So I had other people come in, and I saw that good, nurturing, working together. You help other people, it makes you feel good. I was never made to have to help someone. My mother, even, I never had to babysit my brother. It was very important. She did not ever do that. I actually begged her, could I babysit? I can do it. I'm big, a girl, I'm big enough. No, because they wanted to keep that responsibility away from me so I could just be a kid and not babysit my 10 years younger than me brother. Um, so that may be in there, somewhere, I'm sure, because of the little look on your face. Um,
Oh, no, I just have you noticed the pattern yet, Tina, on who you caregive for?
the people that I'm either connected to closely or,
Only men.
oh, I've always I can get along with a lot more men better than I can women.
Damn it.
But
Your father, your brother, your husband, your son. The only
yeah,
people in your life, the people that you have manifested in your life needing the caregiving that you are there to offer, only men.
yeah.
Not your daughter, not your mom, not your
Those
girlfriends, or not your, like, nope. It's only
no.
been the men.
Speaking of a deep, either the caregiving support in the way I'm talking about, yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So, what about these men needed that caregiving that the women in your life didn't need?
The women in my life have appear to be, especially the other two that you just mentioned, fiercely independent because of things that have happened in their lives. So we come out fighting and show that we are fiercely independent. And when I say come out fighting, it's not fighting. We've never fought with somebody in our life, meaning that, but just the idea of I can do it, I can do it myself, I can take care of myself. And I've presented myself that way. And I have a loving man in my right now in my life. It's like, well, you kept telling me you were independent. I believed you. Well, I am independent, but gosh, there's a lot to do around here. I should never have said that. So I covered it up, dug my own hole. Now I'm realizing,
So, if the women, right, are this like fiercely independent, that presupposes that the men aren't.
yeah,
So, what do you take it to mean about yourself that you self appointed yourself as the one to take care of everybody?
sounds like control.
And what did you gain by having that control?
Yeah, I think that's where I'm stuck when I say that, because when it comes to the two men in my life,
Hmm.
if I would have not had that control and taking control, they would have died a lot sooner than they did. And I'm proud of that, that we the advocate and did more so they could have that quality of life that they have. But otherwise, since I don't have that situation anymore, that's probably what I'm trying to figure out what to do with that need for that. Um, I need and really realizing I want to do it for myself. And it's irritating. I'm starting to irritate myself, which is not a bad thing because maybe then I'll do something about it.
What's your definition of time?
Could you read what's your definition of time? Is that what you said?
Hmm.
I need to turn up the volume so I can hear better.
Oh, I'm so
Um,
sorry.
I got it. I got it. I
I can
just
talk
wanted,
louder too.
yeah. Well, I had the volume turned up for some reason. Sorry about that. Time. Time is something you can't get back. You can't replace it. It's the only thing that cannot be replaced.
That's what control gave you.
Mm,
You said it. You said if I didn't have that control, they would not have lived as long as they did. I wouldn't have had that time. That's
yeah.
what it gave you. That's what you
Yeah.
gained from the control. So what are you trying
Mm.
what are you trying to extend the longevity of right now that you feel you aren't?
That was really good, Isabella. That was good.
That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Oh my goodness. Um, okay, please repeat what you said. What are you trying to extend? Could you repeat what you just said?
Yeah. So what are you trying to extend the longevity of that you feel like you're scrambling to do?
What just came up, it makes complete sense. I want to be seen for me and not for someone else. I want to be seen, me, Tina, and what I'm doing, and not that mom and that wife and that, which was a beautiful and most perfect place to be. Nobody else could have done it. So so blessed and I'm so glad that I do have that feeling about that.
Mhm.
And now it's done. So I need to find the way to have that control for me and what I do that would also control the time, which is an amazing thing because my time and time management and things, it all loops together. Like what am I like what do I waste time on? Or what do I think about and analyze? I really can analyze something until it's dead, I can tell you. And it no longer matters because it's just like,
Mhm. So how, if at all, are you wanting to extend the longevity of your caregiving identity?
what comes to mind with that, and I am enjoying it, would be doing the grief education, the supporting the women in grief and to move forward with ease into their future. The business model that I've been working to put together, the farm that I go over to that I was just talking about is the retreat center area. And that is still, that's a caregiving format, I guess. Yes, it is. Not, I guess, it is
Hmm.
because I have that.
So
knowledge,
here's
experience
so
to
here's my
give.
question.
Okay.
Does it need to be a caregiving thing? Can you still support these women in their grief without it being a caregiving situation?
That answer should be yes. And that's what I need to research and get some absolutely yes. Because there are people that do this or similar things that have not done the same thing that I've done, and that's fabulous. And they're still successful doing it. So, meaning you do not have to be the caregiver. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm struggling with, and that's why I'm irritated or like that push and pull of um what was just coming to me. You'll love this one. Getting outside of that box. I've been in this box of things, the caregiving box, and it needs to
So
open up.
what kind of control do you feel like you have in in this realm, like with that supporting women in grief? What kind of control are you experiencing?
I'll say honestly, when I said that, so like I'm gonna lie, that's ridiculous. Um, I think it's out of control right now, and that's part of it because I'm analyzing, figuring out, oh, the CRM. Oh, wait, the website. Oh, social media posts. And that's where there is no control.
Oh, I'm
And it
sorry. It
is,
sounds like you're trying to waste some time so that you don't have to do the thing for yourself, maybe?
mhm. And I agree. And there's something in that statement right there and what I just said and what you said that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Mhm. So
Uh,
you have a complex equivalence.
Another
I know. You're just chock full of them, Tina. So in your brain, neurologically connected, control equals time. Whether you have the control or you have the time doesn't matter. They are equally dependent on each other. So the
one.
amount
Okay.
of time you have is based in your brain is determined on the amount of control you have.
That would make some sense why these things aren't. Yeah, I think you have to say more. I'm gonna have to think more. Of course, that's the whole idea of doing this.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Because this is a different kind of, it's a complete different kind of control. The control word is a strong, strong word. Well, it is a strong word, even if I'm controlling m my stuff and not, it's still a strong word. It needs to
Mhm.
be figured out.
Okay, so now I'm curious, how, if at all, does safety tie into this?
Do know by studying with you before that this, I feel safe now. I mean, there was a time, when that I do feel safe. I feel secure also. Um, I have even, I mean, of course, I could be avoiding it, but just the statement that there's security cameras and things here. And I've actually walked away from my house for 7 weeks and didn't tell people where I was going. I was fine. It was here when I came back. But so me being safe, I was on my own driving. So
So,
I know it's a little different, but
so I'm thinking more emotionally safe. Your emotional safe. How's your emotional safety tied into control and time?
there's still something there that I've been working on for a long time, that everyone that something about everyone that loves me or that I've loved dies. Yeah, there's still something there with that. Not even remotely close to, how it was before, because now I can say it as a fact of life. I've learned about that, yes, and that's where the time comes in. It's important because you can't
Mhm.
get back time.
Yeah. Yeah. So when we worked on this complex equivalent, right, the love equals death complex equivalent, the the last little like root got tangled up in the control and time. That's why it doesn't feel like that's why it like might come up still in that safety, that emotional safety, but it's not like as like you said, a parent or like in your
Okay.
face it was before. So yeah, so what you were saying at the beginning, which is like, I just want to know what I should be doing after this. I would definitely say some type of breakthrough. So you've got an identity to shed, complex equivalences to break, some patterns to uproot.
Oh boy.
Sounds like
Mm.
fun, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Now, while I would love to do all the rest of those in the last 20 minutes of this call,
Mm-hmm.
I cannot. What I can do is check in with you in terms of what you did say you wanted at the end, which was like kind of an understanding of why you were ignoring the things that need to be done for you and why you would
Mm-hmm.
go do it for somebody else. Where would you say you're at in that at this point?
Okay. Ask me that exact question again because I was still absorbing the other things that you said. I said,
Fair enough.
where am I at this moment? I heard most of it, but ask me
Uh-huh.
again.
So you had wanted at the end to have an understanding of why you are ignoring, denying, avoiding the things that need to be done for you and why it's so easy for you to go do it for somebody else. So where would you say you're at in having that understanding?
Oh, having that understanding now, it's a pretty good number, 8 or a 9. I mean,
Okay.
and the only reason it's an 8 or a 9 is because I still think there's more that I
Oh yeah.
need to know. So I'm not going to say, oh, it's a 10. I know it all now.
Mhm.
Mm-mm. So that's why
Okay.
I'm going to say 8 because,
Cool.
and before, no, I mean, that number could have been way lower.
Mhm.
It wasn't because that question that you just asked me wasn't what I picked up when I gave you the number 5 before.
Mhm. Which was the
This
conflict.
one would have been more like what the hell's going on here? I know there's something. It might have been I don't know, 2 or a 4 at the very most, because
Mhm.
and now I'm saying 8. So,
Yeah. No, there is more. 100%. Again, this is 30-ish minutes, 35 minutes,
mm-hmm,
breakthrough 12 hours, very different amount of information we can get in
mm-hmm.
that time. So, what do you need, Tina, right now in order to feel whole and complete at the end of this session?
If you could give me an idea of a step in the right direction, or give me an idea of something to be conscious of, do for myself. Um, it's because I know even when I say that, I can do that for other people. I can give them an idea on what to do and take care of themselves and stuff. But I thought, well, wow, that's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, So it might be something that, I mean, really as simple as that. It's what would work, or to know what would work for me in, would it would it help me to make a list at the beginning of each day and I checked it off? That's something I did for myself. Or would it help me to do maybe a certain meditation? That's something I really, I guess when you ask me what, I almost do want somebody to tell me what to do in this particular aspect, maybe just this only one. Um, and then because I know it would support me, just something to,
Would making a list at the beginning of each day of all the things you needed to do for yourself help you?
I do love a good list so I can check it off. It's a good
Okay. So make
dopamine
a
hit.
list, Tina. Would listening to a meditation, any meditation, help you?
My honest answer with that one, it probably would, because it would also kill two or three birds with one stone, because there's a couple classes going on that I'm supposed to be listening to the meditations.
Look at that. We'll go listen to some of those meditations. So thank you, unconscious mind of Tina, for telling me exactly what to tell you to do.
Oh, is that control? What was
Yeah.
I doing? Oh my God. Okay.
But on a more serious note, I do there was something that you said that I do think would support you, when you were talking about that time where you just had like 24/7 just people coming in and out of your house. So
Hmm.
having that accountability to like do the things around your house because you knew there was going to be people in and out.
Yeah.
So I don't care what you do. You can invite a friend over. You can invite a neighbor over. You could do a Facebook Live of you cleaning your, I don't care. Do something where there's people going to be putting eyeballs on your house and use that. You called it accountability. I call it scarcity motivation, but it's all good. Clean that up
Hmm.
in your breakthrough too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and use that because you know that that's something that motivates you to get something done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you leverage it. Leverage the thing, even though it is more of an away from motivation, totally fine. It's still motivation. It's still getting you to do something for you.
Hmm. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
And it needs to be somebody who you don't mind sees your house dirty. No, it needs to be somebody
Hmm.
that you're like, ooh, no, I need to do my thing.
Hmm.
And it can be the things that you put on your list.
Yeah.
You could check them off.
Yeah.
Invite somebody over to do like a meditation. Oh, look at that. Now you're killing three birds with one stone, Tina.
I know. I love that kind of thing. Okay. I love that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yes.
So is there another side here for you? Yes, but I don't want to build it yet because I don't want you to fall back into that caregiving identity. I don't want to build up this other side and then you're like, but everything feels the same. And it's like, well, yeah, it does because we haven't changed anything yet. So lovingly, I'm going to leave you with all of this stuff in your awareness because I want you to become more conscious of when you do something for somebody else and not for yourself.
Yeah. And I agree, especially because of the work that I'm doing with you all
Mm-hmm.
anyway in the program and the classes. I agree that this important to do that
Yeah.
and
And
be in the shit for a while.
uh-huh. And I want you like just notice who are you being when you use some of that away from motivation, but to still do things for yourself? What is it? How does it feel different than when you're doing it for somebody else? It might not feel different in a positive way. That's okay. But we're bringing it up into your awareness. And because you have done lots of work and you are constantly in the work, you're going to start to notice oh, okay, well, I know that I need to get this done. So use what you know about your brain, which is I need some type of motivation, whether that's toward or away from motivation. Put yourself in the situations that you need to be put in order to get the thing done.
I have started the little bit that's this year. I have started noticing that I have the really good feel good feeling when I'm helping somebody else do something. And then I've started right after I start thinking, what did I just do? I'm avoiding, like I said, I'm avoiding doing the same thing here. When I'm in my own place and doing things myself, it's a rejuvenating, like excitement of it. I have started noticing that.
Mm-hmm.
And the excitement and the enthusiasm, and it's almost like I'm a little kid, just like, oh my gosh, who can I tell what I did? It's just like
Yeah.
almost all by myself. Who can I
Have
tell what I did? And it's so exciting. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to.
give yourself an accountability buddy. Like just have somebody that you can text. Be like, "Hey, I did this." And you just need
Mhm,
somebody to go back and be like, "Yay."
mhm. Which links with the paradigm shift coaching that we are doing with
Mhm.
Become, and I have been doing that, and not to the effect of these details though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
use that.
Okay. Yep.
Also, I would say another thing, because you did ask like what other like GU tools could you use to support you through
Mm-hmm.
this? Map it across, girlfriend. Map across what you do for others
Yes.
so that you get the same feeling when you do it for yourself.
Yeah. Isn't that one of the first things that we learn? My goodness.
I know.
Okay.
I literally wrote it down on the notes. I put mapping across, and then underneath it, I put breakthrough.
That's literally one of the very first things we do in Activate. So those of you that are new on here,
hmm Yeah,
oh
map
my
it
gosh.
across.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I do feel and I'm excited that I'm starting to notice and
Yeah.
speaking it out loud right here. It's going to be even better.
Yes. And when when you do get coached on this, whether it's by me or by somebody else, I don't care. If you want these
Hmm.
notes, just ask. Um, you also have that part. So there will be part of you that's like, heck yeah, let's do this. And the other part of you that's like, no,
Hmm.
we're not gonna do that. Okay. So also give yourself a little bit of grace because you are flipping in between your parts sometimes where you like
Hmm.
you'll want to go into that caregiver and then you'll kind of pop out of it and be like, why am I doing this? And then
Hmm.
you'll pop back in.
Yep.
So just give yourself a little grace too.
I love that. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if this, since it is Genius Unlocked related, I would ask you, Amplify program. I've
Mm-hmm.
been teetering and borderlining on that. That would most likely support me, correct?
Yeah, 100%. It would actually really support you even with your work that you're doing. So it would support you
Yeah.
personally. It would also support you business wise because that's like trauma, like advanced
Right.
trauma, PTSD, oh, addiction. Yeah, that's
And
all.
that's what I was 2 years ago when starting with you. And I'm thinking, nah, no, not interested. I don't want to get into other people's problems like that. I can make my own.
Uh-huh. And
And
now you're like,
then
I want to help
now it's
everybody.
just like, okay, but it really, it would be something that would help me the most.
It would.
And that's part of the transition of doing something to help me and sometimes help me first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah. It would be a really great
Yeah.
next step
And
for
I
you.
already had that in mind. I just hadn't talked to anybody about it.
Yeah, we start next month, so
I know we
got
start
time.
next week. I'm pretty sure it's next week.
Don't tell me that, Tina. I have
Well,
to
I'm
keep
pretty sure it's
thinking
next week.
June. I have to keep thinking June is a little bit further away than it is, okay? I'm running out of days.
You're not running out of days. It's the most beautiful time in your life. You're getting
I know.
married.
They're just going by so fast. I am getting
No.
married in like 23 days. It's like
Yay.
crazy.
That's so
So for those of
exciting.
you hopping on breakthrough mentorship after this, I do have to end breakthrough mentorship a little early because I have to go to my final dress appointment. I know.
Exciting.
So if I see you on the next call, I'll only
Huh?
see you for like a little bit of time. All right.
Well, thank you very much for this insight. I knew that,
Yeah. Well,
and
and
I
it was a little bit different than a typical coaching session. And that's what I love about this call, right? Is because it's different depending on who it is, right? So like of all the people who put something in, this session would have looked completely different. It was just like who needs what, right? And so being able to adjust and be super flexible with how you approach the situation. So like this is for those of you who are through Activate or coming through Activate, right? It's like being able to be flexible with the person that you're working with if you want to work with people, even if you don't want to, just knowing that you have people who can be flexible with what you need and all of that, who can use all of their tools and all their things like that. So Tina, it's always a pleasure. I love to dig around in your brain. It's lots of fun.
there's a lot there, and I'm so excited to be here and continue on with you into the third year, I believe.
Oh, yeah, keep it coming, girlfriend. I like having
Yay.
you around. All
I
right.
love it.
Well, thank you everybody for being here. Yes, I do. I love these calls because it also supports you. So if you took a nugget out of this, or if you asked yourself a question, or if you got an aha, that's awesome. I love that. That's amazing. Um, so I will see you all not next week, but the week after for because hot seats every other week. Breakthrough mentorship is on next. Yes. Oh, I love that eco. That's perfect. Um, so yeah, so for those of you coming to Breakthrough Mentorship, we'll see you on Breakthrough Mentorship. For those of you who are going to be here for the hot seat next time, we will be meeting not next week, the week after, because hot seat is every other week. Okay. All right. Mwah. Thank you all for being here. I will see you all soon. Bye.
Thank you.